Yeah. Yo, Lee.
Thought you should know that never ever go away. As long as I care for those in the sky, they seem to think that I'm far away from you. You never have to fall, 'cause I'm right here for you. Call my name, and I'll come around to heal you, feel you, take you, and I'll show you the way to where all you know. I will never go away as long as I rose in the sky. And your yesterday. Worry about a thing, don't have to worry. You will never have to worry about a thing. Don't have to worry about a thing. Thought you should know that I would never ever go. So you'll never have to worry. As long as I care for the sparrows in the sky. Oh yeah. Don't worry. Said I never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. So you'll never have to worry. Consider the lilies, how they grow. Whatever you need, your Father knows. Oh, come on, let me say. You'll never. Don't you know you never have to worry? I will always be there. Oh yeah. Said you will never have to worry. You will never have to worry. Oh, yes.
Just between you and me, this is nice. There's no tricks. Ooh, this love is just between you. This is not. Ooh, there's no tricks. This love is. Just what do I have to do to let you know? Should I make your flowers grow? Should I make it rain or snow? Yeah. So many things I've done just for you. Forest green and ocean blue. Just to show my love is true. Just between you and me. This is nice. There's no tricks. This love is so real. Just between. This is nice. There's no tricks. This love is so real, yeah.
Don't you know I taught the birds to fly on the stars up in the sky? Can you guess the reason why? Can you take more than a passing glance? Nothing is by happenstance, yet you think it's just by chance. Just between you and me. This is not no trick. This love is so real. Between you and me. This is not. There's no tricks. This love is so real. Ocean deep, river wide, valley low and mountain high. All creation testifies of my love. Summer breeze and winter snow, autumn leaves should let you know. In the springtime, every flower's bloom. It's all This love is so real.
Just between you and me, this is not. Oh, this love is so real.
Oceans deep, river wide, valley low and mountain high. All creation testifies of my love. Summer breeze and winter snow, autumn leaves, she let you know.
Wow. Okay, so first of all, so many things just went wrong just now.
Look, we're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to say, hey, guys.
What's up,
What's
y'all?
up, y'all?
How y'all doing?
Hi, y'all. Darn, something's
Okay,
still
this
playing,
is still
though.
playing right here. See what I'm saying? This is
But
what I'm
that's
talking about. You know what I
okay.
mean? This is the kind of stuff
That is
This is the kind of
okay.
stuff that you
No,
do,
that was the
babe. You know what I'm
background
saying?
music.
That was
You're supposed to
background
act like,
music.
you
That was
know,
supposed to happen.
that was background. Like
What's
that's
up, y'all?
supposed to happen. Hey, guys.
This is our first show of the new year. We have been taking off week after week.
We've been taking off.
And we are excited to be
It
back.
was a nice little break.
It was a good break.
But we missed you guys.
We did miss you guys.
Look,
That's
I'm not
true.
even supposed to be showing that.
That's
Throw
true.
that in the
You're
back.
right. Let me show that back there. So first of all, what do you think about April's new do?
What y'all think? Is this too much? Is it too much, y'all?
Well, if it's too much for them, it don't matter because it's just right for me. You know what I'm saying?
Is it?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm struggling. You know what I'm saying? April just got her hair did right before the show.
Thanks, Kimmy.
So that was like maybe.
Thanks, Madeline.
She's talking about you just need some big hoops. That's what Kim says.
Exactly.
That's your only thing that you're
Kim. Exactly. I need to be some big old
missing.
hoops.
Madeline likes it. Apparently Jeremiah likes it. He's a fireball. You know what I'm saying?
Does
April
it hurt?
Nixon
No, it
hurt.
does
No.
not.
Yeah, it's very light.
I got it done in a way where it will not hurt because I can't handle stuff like that.
Siobhan likes it.
Hey,
Just go in, bro.
Siobhan. Thank
You know what I'm saying?
you. Thanks, Kim.
Kim talking about she wants
Kimberly.
some braids. Yeah.
This is my first time with braids like this, guys.
Wanda.
Hey,
What's the deal?
Wanda.
She says she likes it. And,
This is my
Wanda
first
likes
time,
it.
guys. I'm stepping out of my, I
Comfort
wouldn't even
zone.
say comfort zone because I'm not uncomfortable.
Well, especially now that she made it so it's not real heavy. You know, April's
That's
very.
the thing. My
her,
neck is very,
her neck is weak.
my neck is weak. I can't take all of that.
Madeline said the
heaviness.
color looks good on you.
Thank you.
And Kim says you look 10 years younger.
What?
Em said come through braids.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
Em,
Well, it looks like
thanks.
it's getting good reviews. So I'm not the only one then. You know what I'm saying? Who thinks it looks good? Wanda, it looks good.
Thanks. Yes, this is stepping out with the color and the fact that it's braids. I'm stepping out.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I like it a lot.
my birthday's coming up. So, you know,
It is coming
I
up.
am, you know,
Yeah.
when
You're
you
gonna
when
be
your
40,
birthday comes
finally.
up, I'm going to finally be 40.
Which everybody knows that's not true. But that's okay.
But when you are in your 40s, you do change a bit. You change.
Wu says you look like a West Coaster.
Okay.
I mean, do
mean-
California girls wear their hair like that more? I would
Actually,
assume
I look
you
like I'm
more
from ATL.
That's what I'm saying. You
I look
more
like I'm from
Atlanta
where I'm
girl.
from,
Right,
right.
exactly. What are you talking
What are
about?
you talking about?
Hey, Wu, you like our sweatshirts, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm enjoying those, babe. I really
Mm-hmm.
like them a lot. Order your vegan cake now. What vegan?
We'll talk after.
we'll talk
if
afterwards,
you're
I'm
making
saying.
vegan cakes and stuff.
Yeah,
we need to-
we want to order it. You know what I'm saying?
And
Ann said, "Black don't crack." Sis, you look great.
thank
That is
you.
true.
Thank you.
I might have to go Team April just for the braids, maybe.
Thanks, Primo. Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Wu. I knew you'd like these. You know what I'm saying? Kim says exactly. Hey. So we are actually going to be cake for
my
a birthday.
I did
That's
just
a good
say
point.
that.
Right, and that's a good
You
point.
know, my brain just can't. Like,
Correct.
I'm moving on to the next thing.
Right. Well,
Yes.
the reason why we were saying that is because every year that we try to get a vegan cake for April's birthday, we wait too late to order it. The place we
And
get
we're
it
always
from.
calling Wu and Saba
Right.
to tell us where to go.
Right. Where did we go again? Where's the place
Right,
to
where's
get
the place
And
again?
we keep thinking you can just go pick it up, but you can't. You have to order it like days in advance or
Right,
whatever,
right.
weeks. So yeah, we need to order it now. That's a good point.
Yes.
We will do that.
Yes, I need a vegan cake for my birthday.
You do need a vegan cake for your birthday.
The 24th, guys, just
So,
in case you want to know.
January
what day it is.
24th. So just so
Yes.
that you know, I don't know if people know this, but April and I are doing the Veganuary challenge, which is basically going vegan for the month of January. By the way, I heard Principal Beckett say the same thing today, so apparently he's doing the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and April is already veganish. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that I'm allergic to milk, but anyway.
Please.
I've been
we'll
vegan since the month started. I feel great.
Yeah.
It's going well.
No, I love it. We're
it's
like
amazing actually.
But it's more plant-based now.
Correct.
That's the thing.
But it's also the planning is better. Like we've been planning out when we eat and stuff,
true.
and so the stuff we eat when we eat it has been great.
Exactly.
It's been satisfying. It's been
really good, and we plan on going longer than just January.
We do. We actually.
So we're going to try to do 90
months.
days. So we'll see how that goes. I love it so far.
It's going well. I agree. You know what I'm saying?
But
and honestly, I haven't craved chicken wings yet.
I am shocked.
I'm just saying, I haven't. And let me tell you something. Seriously, I think something happens.
John should be a chicken wing. He should have already turned into one. So the fact that you've gone this long without, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, babe. So this is what I think. I don't know if there's scientific proof of this or not, but I think it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like when I change my diet, I start craving the stuff that I'm eating. So it's like now when I have a craving, I'm craving something good for me, like some walnuts or, steel cut oatmeal or seriously, like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I can't wait to eat oatmeal.
Yes.
So it's, it's been great. So honestly, I feel like, Wanda, thank you. We can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can.
But we'll say wait to the Super Bowl. That's a good point. That will be a test. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can just get the vegan versions of all of that stuff that you like.
Yeah. Kim Booker is team chicken wing, by the way.
Listen, John is too. Then you're team John.
Thank you,
That's
Abdel.
what she's saying. When she says team chicken wing, that's team John.
Team John. You know what I'm saying? Okay, guys. So tomorrow, I just want to tell you this. Tomorrow at 2:00, we are actually going to be on Instagram Live. We're going to be on someone else's show tomorrow. It is a marriage podcast that we're going to be on, and we're excited to be able to do it. We talked to him tonight. His name is Chinda. Chinda.
Chinda, actually.
That's right, Chinda. He has the same first name, and actually a Nigerian guy. He actually lives in the UK. And you should follow him. He's a great follow. April and I have been following him for a while now. He invited us to come on his show and to appear on there. So we're going to be talking about, let me pull it up right now, because he actually gave me the topic and everything. The topic for tomorrow's show, tomorrow at 2, because it's going to be 7 p.m. UK time. Tomorrow's show, the title is... his show is called Married Life Management. That's the title of his Instagram channel, right?
Yes.
And the actual interview tomorrow will be entitled, let me look at the thing right here, Recovering from the Drifting Apart Syndrome and Loneliness in Marriage. That's what we're going to be talking about.
Good topic.
All you got to do is go to our Just John and April page and watch us at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. we'll be live on there with him. And I think it's going to be fun.
I think it's going to be fun. He's a great guy.
He is. Nice dude.
And I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I think you will too.
Also, go ahead and share right now, guys. Go ahead and share because this is a good topic.
It's a nice topic.
And it's interesting.
It's going to be a good one.
Yes, it's going to be a good one.
Question.
And it is a shortage anyway in chicken wings. Exactly. So John don't even need to be eating those because they don't even hardly have them.
Well,
he just moved on to thighs.
Yeah, I just Wingstop ran the chicken wings and started doing thighs.
He just moved on to thighs. So
not anymore though. I have not had meat in the year 2022, and I don't feel.
That's true.
I honestly don't feel like I've missed anything. You know what I'm saying?
So if you are new here, let us know
chimes.
if you are a new chime. So as soon as you get on, as soon as you start watching,
your first show,
are a chime.
You are immediately a chime.
Exactly.
And a chime is just a person who chimes in the comments. That's
so we
all
want
it
you
is,
to chime in the comments.
Yes.
You know, some people tell me, a lot of people tell me, oh, I watch, but I never chime in.
Right.
But they're like, I want to though. I want to. I'm like, chime in.
Just chime
Who
in.
cares?
You know
We
what I'm
love it.
Yeah. And tonight's topic is a topic to chime in on.
Yes.
Too, you know
tonight we want you chiming in.
Yes. All right. Let's jump into it, babe. All right. So this is Ann Besta Pierre,
hi.
my first show. Glad you are here.
Ann.
Welcome. You are a chime.
We need. This is
automatically.
where you play your little noise thing you like to play, babe.
You're right.
This is your time to play it.
Well, am I doing this one right here?
No.
Or am I
babe.
doing?
You're pressing the wrong one.
Or am I doing this one right here?
The one you love. There you go.
There you go.
I don't know if it's turned up enough, but
It should be loud enough, hopefully. Maybe you heard that. I don't know. But welcome.
Yes, welcome,
Ann.
Ann.
We're glad that you are here. Wanda says, I've not had meat for 2 years. You know what? That's because she
Wow.
lives in Atlanta and she's able to go to the Slutty Vegan.
That's what it is.
That's why. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
you
the
don't have
only
no problem. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
So New Chimes, tell us where you're coming from and everything. Where you coming from,
Yes,
Ann?
where you coming from?
Where you at? And we're glad that you are here. Welcome,
Exactly.
welcome.
Oh, see,
Wu
we
said he couldn't hear it.
it.
You know why? It's because I have the sound effects
Turn
turned
it up,
down.
babe. Turn
I'm
it
gonna
up
turn it up
because
right
Ann
now.
needs to hear.
And then, so here
are
we go.
So
Welcome,
glad
Ann.
to have here. There you go. There you go.
Was that loud enough for you, Ann? Could you actually hear that? You know what I'm saying? Because you deserve to hear. She's coming from upstate New York. Okay.
All right.
That is nice. I'm from New York as well, Ann, but not upstate, from Brooklyn.
He
But
has to
that's okay.
say that,
You know what
Ann.
I'm
He has to say that.
Yeah. But welcome from
But I'm
the
yeah.
beautiful state of New York.
Anyway.
Okay, guys. So Anjali
Hey,
Nee Smith.
Anjali.
This is not your first one. She loves the braids, though.
Thanks,
That is good.
Nene.
Yeah. Missing
Yes,
you too.
it's my cousin right there.
Glad. Well, we missed the last 2 weeks. Oh, missing you for the last 2 weeks. I guess that
Oh,
means
my
because we've been
goodness.
gone. Used to live in Atlanta, Ann.
Used
Really?
to live in ATL.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
man, we have a great connection, Ann. Nice.
What's up, Aaron?
What up, Aaron?
All right, y'all. Let's get into it for real, baby.
All right,
All right.
yes.
Seriously, we've dilly-dallied long enough. Okay, so.
Sorry, Wu, so much you ain't been to New York. You ain't been to Brooklyn in the last
Hasn't been to
20
Brooklyn.
years.
That is true. It's been a long time since I've even been to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It has been years.
G-AAA.
What?
Yes.
And with the G-AAA?
Oh, my
goodness.
goodness.
That's April School. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so tonight we're talking about stepping up your foreplay. And here's the question, really two of them. Do men and women have the same ideas in mind for what foreplay is supposed to look like? And does each one understand what the other one needs? So we did a poll this week. So just so you know, we don't usually just pull our show topics out of the air. Normally we get them from something that's going on in real life, whether something's happening in maybe, I don't know, pop culture, whether or not something's kind of been talked about in social media recently.
Right.
And this is just something that we did a poll on, and we were surprised at some of the results. So I'm going to put up all three of these poll questions. I'm just throwing them up on the screen. I didn't have it prepared beforehand. So it's covering our faces a little bit, but that's okay. All right. So I don't know if these are out of order. I think they are. Let's start from the right first. Okay. So it says women need to up their foreplay game. All right. So this is they're asking men this, and 71% of men said yes.
71%.
And 29% said false. I said, wait, said yes. We meant true.
Whatever.
71% of men said that their woman needs to up their foreplay game.
Wow.
Now, on the other hand, ladies, we asked, this is one in the middle, a man doing chores is foreplay. Yes or no?
86%.
86% said yes.
That's a large percentage.
14% said no.
It's a large percentage. Okay.
And then the last question, ladies, a man doing chores is foreplay. Okay, sorry. That was the one right here. You're right, babe. You had everything on one, but it looks like, you know what? I think this survey may be actually more recent. So I wonder if we should just take this one by itself that had both survey questions on it and maybe had the most accurate information. All right?
So, first of
84%,
all,
16%, 85, and 25.
yes, but
So-
we did another survey. Is completion of chores a reoccurring struggle in your household? And 63% said yes.
Where's that one? Did you send that to me?
Yes, I did, but you just ignored my text message.
Was it a regular text?
As
It wasn't
usual.
it wasn't in with the other group text?
Babe, I sent
Well,
this
that's
to you
fine.
first.
Well,
I sent
that's
it. No,
fine.
no, I sent this to you first.
Hey.
We talked about this.
I'm putting this up right now.
Okay, put
All
it
right,
up.
here we go. So the question is completion of chores between the adults a recurring struggle in your household? 63% said yes, 37% said no. So this question, I think, could be connected to the whole chores as foreplay thing or whatever.
We'll
Maybe
talk
not.
about
Who
that.
knows?
We will talk about that.
So this begs a question because to me, the survey results suggest something. To me, the survey results suggest that both the men and the women seem to feel like something is lacking in the foreplay area. And it also sounds like maybe the men and the women define foreplay differently.
Yes.
And so that's
Yes.
kind of why we want to talk about that tonight, because I feel like this is a conversation we should be having with the Chimes.
I agree.
I feel like we should be talking about this and finding out from you some of this same stuff. So we'll get into the comments in a second. But I want to start by asking you a question, April, because you are a woman. And so I don't want you to speak for all women. You can speak for yourself. But I do want to know your opinion about this.
okay, before you say that, Anne
Okay.
said that Paul taught her at GAAA.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So that means
So
that
we
means
have a nice little connection there.
yes. So that means we're connected like several ways. You're connected to my brother and to April because of
school.
April's school.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That is.
Well, welcome. Glad you are here.
Glad
hope
you're new and hanging out with us.
Upstate
Yeah.
New York. All right. So here's the question, April. How do you define foreplay? Like, I want to know how women define foreplay, but I really want to know your definition. What you
For
think
me,
of when
and
you
I
think
think
of
it's
foreplay.
different for different for women.
Yes.
So,
Hold on. Let me pause for a second. Can I first say what we think foreplay is, so that if a person doesn't know what foreplay is?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead and
Foreplay, April and I would say foreplay is anything that prepares you guys for the actual sex act.
Exactly.
That's basically what it means.
Right.
It's
Get you
the
ready,
things
get
that
you
get
primed.
you ready and primed for being able to
Right.
enjoy each other. That's basically what we're talking about.
Right. Prime
Enjoying
the
each
pump.
other
Whenever
physically.
you say prime the pump, I'd be
Yeah,
like,
you love that, don't you?
I don't know, it just sounds so.
Does it sound nasty? Prime the pump? I mean,
Yeah,
you know.
you just be saying it like.
That's just a regular thing. You prime. So you know how you cut grass. Like back in the day when I used to cut the grass, I don't cut it anymore. You had to put this special oil and gas
prime the
mixture in,
pump?
and then you had to press this button to prime the pump so that you could pull it and it would start.
sounds so-
It's such a regular thing.
Sounds so, I don't know.
Sounds nasty to you?
Yeah, crass.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Hey, crass. Anyway, so here's the point. The point
Okay.
is, the question is,
does,
and by
right,
the way,
Wanda?
now that we're into the conversation, I'm telling you now, share this with somebody.
Yes, guys,
They're
you
gonna
need to
this
share right
conversation
now.
tonight.
We want more
about
people
foreplay.
on here talking about this
Exactly
because
right.
this is a good topic.
Exactly. Okay, so the question is, if we're talking about if foreplay is simply things that get you ready to be able to enjoy each other physically, then my question to you is, as a woman, what is foreplay for you?
For me,
Yes.
personally, you know, I think things like you being really thoughtful.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like doing what?
Like today when I came
did
home.
something today. Okay.
You did. When I came home from
Yes.
taking Ari home.
Yeah. So
Ari and Addie
our niece did
Did my
April's hair,
hair,
and
yes.
after she was
Was
finished,
done.
April
I
took
took
her home.
Ari home.
Yes.
And when I came back, there was a snack on the table, just there, and I was thinking, okay, no one's sitting there. There's no one eating the snack,
Right.
and I am very hungry.
Yeah.
And this would be perfect.
Right.
So I texted John. I was like, "Yo, is this is this snack for me?"
Right.
And he was like, "Yes, I put it out for you because I thought you were gonna be hungry." I'm like, "Wow,
Right.
that really, primed the pump."
Yes.
I'll just use that from now on.
Keep using it.
That primed the pump for me.
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
Right.
Like if you say nice things to me, I am words of affirmation, but if you say nice things to me or you're just kind with your words and the way that, or just for me, okay, for me, like normally if you would get irritated about something and you don't,
Right.
that kind of thing.
You know I'm probably
Primes
going to
the
get
pump.
irritated, and then I don't. That automatically, that
Exactly.
lack of response or whatever does
Yeah.
something for
Like
you.
if I'm late, I'm running late and we're supposed to be gone already and,
Yeah.
and I leave something, you're like, okay, go on in there and get it or whatever. Or,
Mm-hmm,
yeah, no problem. Wow, okay. You see what I'm saying? So those types of things for me and more.
I just feel like I
can
need this.
add.
I feel like I
can
need
keep-
this angle for a second, just so that people don't see my face right now, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually struggling right now, looking you directly in
my
the face
goodness,
with your hair
John.
looking like that.
Okay.
Like I'm dead serious, man.
All right, come on. Yes,
Anyway.
and warms me up. It does.
So that's okay. So to you, that's foreplay. Now,
Okay, Kim said spontaneity of acts of service. I'm sorry.
spontaneity of acts
Did I
of
read that
service.
right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's what it does for her. Ebony says my love language, time and non-sexual touch.
Yes. So
Yeah.
physical touch that's not
Yes.
for yes. Okay.
Amber says thinking about the things I need
And
and assisting me. Insert body roll. and also what Kim said. Okay.
And your acts of service. So
So okay, so this creates kind of an issue then.
why?
Well, because as a man, when I
Right.
think foreplay, I think very different things.
Okay, so what are you thinking?
So let me just say this, right? To me, this creates a problem because if I assume that foreplay is the same for me as it is for you, then when you say I would like more foreplay, then I'm thinking one thing and you're thinking something totally different.
Right.
Now for me, first of all, it sounds to me like for you, most of the time foreplay isn't even physical.
It's not. For me, it isn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I wonder if other women like that too.
But I'm going to tell you what takes away foreplay.
Go ahead.
Okay, because
Yes.
sometimes it's like you will do things. I'm talking specifically about you. Like you
John
will do
Nixon.
things,
Okay.
and they'll be like, "Oh, yes, 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 yes," and then
Do
like
things like what? You mean like
what you
something
did
that's
today,
overt?
like
like the
like
whole.
foreplay stuff for me, like
Okay.
like
Like the snack thing.
acts of service. What they're
Yes,
saying, even
yes.
though I'm not an acts of service person,
Right.
that kind of thing, just helping me out with something,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or just I feel like that queen type assistance though,
Yes,
like
treating you like a queen.
treating me like a queen,
Yes.
like that kind of stuff makes me get
Yes,
ready,
yes,
right?
yes.
But then it'll be like that all day, and it takes one little thing like you getting an attitude for no
Yes,
reason,
right.
or
that wipes the whole thing out.
it just wipes the whole thing out.
Right.
So it's like,
But hold on.
that one thing can literally erase everything that you did before that.
Let me ask a question though, because this is my observation, and I may be wrong. My observation has been, it's harder for me to wipe everything away when what I do is not necessarily a violation within your love language. In other words, I feel like the easiest way to wipe something away is to violate the words of affirmation love language. If I do that, I feel like that always does it.
Yeah, it always does it.
But
That's
I feel like other stuff you don't necessarily respond the same way.
That's
like,
true.
Like words of affirmation is one of those ones where because I mess up with that one all the time, you know what I'm saying? That becomes like a recurring thing, and that jacks everything up.
Yeah, but Kim
Am I right
agrees
about
with
that?
me. Kim Booker, she's like, yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's now for men, like you said.
Hold on real quick. Ebony says, but those gentle physicals can lead to wanting more physicals, like teenagers.
that is true.
Yeah.
And I'm physical touch,
Right.
so that as well. But I
Yeah.
think for me, it's like a nice mix.
Yes,
you know
yes.
what I mean.
Okay.
It's a nice mix.
Okay, so let me before I say what I feel as a man, let me read Primo's. I think there's a difference between climate of relationship, which contributes to priming the pump, and preparation for physical intimacy, which also primes the pump. They are both needed, but one is more important than the other depending on male versus female. So I would agree with that. I would agree with that, Primo. The way I see it, it feels like in our situation, I could get April ready without ever doing anything physical. That would never work for me. Like,
Now-
I feel like, and when I say
Now, I have to
physical,
be now. What do you mean physical? Because I need to be touched by you.
that's true. But
But it doesn't have to be
sexual
sexual.
touch.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you're not touching me the entire day, you don't touch me.
Right.
I'm like, what's going
happening?
on? What's
Right,
happening?
right,
Like
right,
this
right,
is
right,
not.
right.
I'm not feeling right about
Right.
this. You know what I'm saying?
Wanda says it's both for me. So are you saying it's kind of both for you too?
It is.
Right.
It's both for me too, but it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily have to be a sexual.
Yes, I got it.
Yes.
But that makes sense
But,
to me. Okay, so
yeah.
let me go to mine now. As a man, okay, there's really, when I think foreplay, I really think of a couple of things. So let me just speak for the guys here for a second and say, when the guys in this survey said that they feel like their wives need to step up their foreplay, here's the two things I think they were talking about. And I don't know if I'm right, but I could be, because these would be the two things that are on my mind. Okay. Number one is what she wears to the sexual encounter.
Okay.
Like dressing a way that is provocative, specifically to make sure that I am definitely going to be turned on. That to me, for a guy, it's like what happens is
Camille,
I'm gonna be quiet and let the married folks talk.
Camille said it depends on the time of the month too. So depending on
Okay,
the time of the month
I
for
can see
her,
that. I can see that.
Right.
But I guess what I'm saying is, for me, for
Teacher.
as a guy, I feel like when I say I would like more in the foreplay department, that's what I'm thinking about. I think the second thing, if I and Primo says wear nothing, please. Yeah, exactly. It could be
no,
absolutely
but
nothing.
You want
It could be something,
nothing.
But I'm saying,
okay, and
Lawrence said facts.
Okay,
You know
so
what I'm saying?
you want nothing with some stilettos.
or something. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Right.
you want a little something that's a little bit,
Something.
and not necessarily every time.
Yes.
But like just a little.
What I'm saying,
different things
here's
here
what I'm
and
saying.
there.
I'm saying every so often, your man wants you to make it special. Like it's not the exact same thing. That there's something different about it. And what your man would like is to see something visually that he's not used to seeing all the time. So do something like, like I'm not joking. This is gonna be funny, but I'm dead serious. Like, don't wear your bonnet when it's time to have sex. No, I'm being for real.
No, I agree.
Like, let your hair out.
Listen.
Or fix your hair for bed after you're
After-
done
I agree.
doing the do. I'm just saying.
I agree.
Let me be 100 right now. Men, husbands,
She said she was about to ask.
Husbands do not mind. I mean, I'm just being 100. Husbands do not mind their wives in their bonnet if we're getting it. That's. But I'm just saying, every so often, if your man is saying he wants you to step it up, this is what he means.
Listen, let me tell you.
That's what he's talking about.
I agree, and I'm telling you, I bought that satin pillowcase.
April got a satin pillowcase
so that she doesn't have to wear a bonnet to bed. My bonnet to bed. Okay, now I have to wear something to bed with these, but right. I don't have to wear.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
But you don't have to get it ready before bed if you know that tonight's gonna be one of those
I agree
nights.
with that.
You know
I agree with that. No bonnet or scarf for the men's foreplay.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
No, I agree.
I'm just saying if you're trying to make it special.
And I was just about to say that, Takisha, we want something different too in that. And I was gonna just rebut. I was gonna say that too because
Jaleesa said she knew I was gonna say that.
Yeah. We like the environment to be sexy.
Real quick, Primo says, not the bonnet. I rip that thing off almost every time.
Shalita.
Now, hold on, babe.
All the
Hold on,
business, Shalita. He's telling all the business.
I want you to come back to what you're saying. I don't want you to forget that, but I want to say my second thing first, and then we'll come back to yours because I do want to say,
my brain.
I think,
let me write this down.
Just say a sexy environment is what you were talking about.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do think it's important. I think husbands got to think about this. That your wife, when she's thinking about the stuff that makes sex better before sex actually happens, she's thinking about intangible stuff. But the guy, we're thinking about things we can see and things we can touch.
Right.
That's what we're thinking about.
Right.
All right. So here's the second one.
Okay.
Now, we may have kids on here tonight, and
ain't no kids on here.
Time to go to bed.
Kids on here.
What I'm about to say. Okay, I'm speaking now for the guys who say that they feel like the foreplay needs to get stepped up. Guys often, the second thing, are talking about oral sex. I'm just telling you now.
Woo!
So first of all, I'm not trying to be in your marriage. Now, first of all, some of y'all been with us for a while. You've been rocking with us for a while, so you know how we are. First of all, we believe that sex and marriage should be shame-free.
Yes.
Number one. If you've been to any of our stuff, you've been to any of our classes, our courses, our boot camp, our 30-day challenge, you will know how we feel about this too. If you don't want oral in your relationship, that is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the Bible's not against it.
And let me tell you,
you read Song of Solomon, you'll find out. So we're not trying to convince you on that. We're just saying that's why we talk freely about it and without shame, because it's supposed to be shame-free.
Yes,
so,
and people cringe when they hear that because of the shame. No, but I'm saying there's shame there. There's shame there because that's just the way. That's just the way it is.
It is.
You know.
But I'm saying this is what we are talking about as men.
When you think of foreplay,
these are two things. We're saying the two things that happen before the sex act for us
is the way you look and what you do,
and it's right beforehand.
Okay.
So for the wife. It could be 2, 3, 4 hours before. It could be earlier in that day.
Yeah.
But for the guy, when we think foreplay, we think 5 minutes before we have sex. That's what we're thinking. We're thinking, how'd you come into the room? And is something gonna happen? That's gonna be oral in nature. That's basically what we're talking about. Those are the two things.
Okay.
So first of all, let me just say that I just poured into your life just now. So if you are a wife on this show right now, I just helped you. I'm telling you now. That's what your man is saying when he puts on that survey, 75% or whatever that was. What was the percentage?
Yes. That was a large percentage.
Let's put this back up here. What was it? Is this men? Okay, 75%. No, 84% of men said. No. That's the wrong thing.
Oh, I was about to say. 75, no. Women, yes.
Need to step 75%.
Yeah, 75%. That's a high number.
Of men are saying that their wives need to step up their foreplay game.
Listen, surprise your man tonight, ladies.
Yes. And if he's watching with you right now, it won't be much of a surprise because you guys are both watching the show, but he'll still be happy. Do not worry.
And really, that's what you're saying. I agree. And I think that you're right. Men, they want that foreplay happening during, right before.
That's what we think of when we think
foreplay.
Ours
is a little bit more done. But as Takisha said earlier, when we do get to that moment.
Yes, tell us this, please.
Once you have primed that pump all day, right?
Yes.
Once we get to that moment, do we just want to wham, bam, thank you, ma'am?
You do not.
Exactly.
No.
And sometimes I think women, and I've heard many women talk about, they get in the bedroom to do what they need to do. Husband get his thing on done, and then that's it.
Right.
There's no romance with that. And
we need foreplay, but you women want post play too.
Yes. Post play.
What's happening afterward?
Or within it. Because
in too.
You're right. Yes. The environment. Is it a nice environment, or is it the same old place?
Let me ask you some stuff.
Do we have music?
Would you want candles lit?
I mean, I like stuff like that.
And scented candles so that you have a smell.
Listen,
plus,
that kind of stuff is nice.
Sight.
That kind of stuff is always nice.
Do you want music playing?
I like music playing. Okay. Sometimes I get distracted because I get to singing the song.
That's right, depending on the song.
and I get to singing and I get distracted. But
So-
it needs to be something that I'm not as
Yes, that you're not singing along
really,
to.
really. Music with no words, probably.
That might help you.
Yes,
Yes.
just instrumental.
Okay, so what about like
Not always,
What
but,
about like
you know.
running you a bath or something like that? Is that
Yes, all that
Okay.
kind of stuff, and like those things can't happen every time. I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like if you going 3-4 times a week,
Let's reset
you
this.
you're not gonna be doing that every time. But
Yes.
I think it's nice to change it up a bit. It's nice
Yeah.
to throw that in there.
Let's reset for a second. So tonight's topic is you need to step up your foreplay game.
Siobhan
right?
says she need the whole thing.
The whole thing. We're gonna go back in a
Romance,
second.
too.
First of all, people chime in tonight.
They
I got to
chiming
go
in.
back. We have a lot of comments
Kim
on there
told
tonight.
some I'm dead April singing the song. You know me, Kim.
And sometimes dancing too. And I'm like, girl, what you doing? What are you
Oh
doing?
my goodness.
So the question tonight is, do men and women see foreplay the same? And what the conclusion April and I are coming to is no. The answer is no. And if we're going to really
That's the
be able to
conclusion.
if we're going to step up our
Yes.
foreplay game, because based on the surveys we took this week, both the women and the men seem to be a little bit like, I want my foreplay to be better than it is. So we got to step that thing up.
And I think that the busyness of life and all that kind of stuff keeps us from doing these things. Because when look what
All right, let's go
look
into
what
it right
Mrs.
now.
Claxton said. Here you go. Can we start before 10:30 though? Who has time for a marathon after midnight? And the thing about it is, listen. Let's compromise here because I think she's making a good point. Men want the visual to look good.
Yes.
You want to, every so often the stilettos,
Yes.
the no bonnet or whatever.
Yeah.
You cannot have stilettos and no bonnet at 2:00 in the morning.
Correct.
It's just not
I get it.
happening.
I get
You
it.
understand
That
what I'm
makes
saying?
sense. Yes.
So you're not going to necessarily get those things. You may not even get oral sex at 2:00 in the morning.
Right.
'Cause
We only have time for
you are actually
something quick.
bunning. Everybody knows that we
That's
say
our word,
bunning
bun.
is our word.
Yes.
Bunning is gonna be a sleepy bun.
Right.
That's gonna be you're gonna be
Right.
bunning. And you gonna think in the morning. Did I dream?
even do that
Did
last
Did
night?
that really happen? So is that necessarily the best?
So
not always.
Ebony, real quick, we're talking about oral sex now. Ebony
Okay.
says, as long as you think wife first, we good. And Ebony, I feel you, and honestly, that's our policy. That's our policy.
Yes.
We do not have anything oral happening unless both of us are receiving.
Right.
That's the bottom line.
Right.
And there is an excitement on both ends in terms of receiving and giving that if you can cultivate that kind of atmosphere in your relationship, and then it becomes exciting for everybody when
That's a
when
good
that's on
point,
the table.
Ebony.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Primo says John is right. Both counts. Show complete. Team John. See y'all next week. That's funny, man.
Adjust bonnet and walks in room. I love it. Oh my goodness.
Those darn kids knocking on the door during these pandemic Sabbaths. Hey, that is a problem. You know what I'm saying? You're right. That is an issue. Wanda says all of the above. Apparently, Jaleesa is thinking what you're saying is really funny. Siobhan says, I need the whole thing romance too. So when she says romance too, what I think of is the bath, the music, the candles. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's what everybody thinks, but
But I
that's
think
what it seems
I
like.
think you have to figure out what is it that your wife
Right.
feels is romance,
Right.
is romantic,
Right.
is romance. What does she need? What does she want? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Yeah.
it would be nice to have a little music sometimes, or
Right.
a little, and you don't necessarily want to initiate it.
Deidre,
you don't
can
want to
chime
say,
in. It's no problem.
of
girl.
course,
You know what I'm
Deidre,
saying?
chime
So
on in,
we are
girl.
chiming tonight.
Chime in,
This is I'm
honey.
out of here. Anyway.
Yeah. What was I saying?
I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't
but
want to have to.
Lawrence said
I
his
don't-
wife is clapping about the comment about before 10:30. So
Listen,
apparently there's
every
many
woman,
wives in here saying
every
the same
woman is
thing.
clapping about it. I've given up, Lawrence. I have given up. We've talked about this. You know what, guys? I just wake up at
Kim
2.
said the same thing. You need to come through between the hours of 8 and 10. So,
Guys,
so
I've given
why
up
don't y'all
on
put
that.
a sign on that joint? You know what I'm saying? Just be like, yo, here are the times it's open.
I've given up on that. It's 2:00 in the morning for us now.
At 2 in the
At
morning.
2
Come on, April.
It is. It's 2 in the morning. That's it. I have given up, and I just go ahead. And
Okay,
do
I
what
think
need to
Primo.
do.
I think Primo said something good here. Good sex takes effort from both parties. The same reason marriages aren't fulfilling is the reason bedrooms aren't fulfilling.
Right.
People don't want to put forth effort. All right, keep it real. Let me just stay here for a second. And let me just
Yes,
say,
stay there.
April and I believe, and we teach this all the time. We think that sex is a physical sign of a spiritual reality.
Mm-hmm,
So, if your spiritual reality in your relationship is not working, your sex is not going to be as good. So you're absolutely right, Primo.
Exactly.
You're right. If you're struggling in your relationship
Yeah.
and you're finding a
Right.
lack of fulfillment as a couple, your sex is not going to be fulfilling either. But look, when you start working on your spiritual and emotional connection with each other,
It actually rotates. It goes into the bedroom.
it makes
It
the bedroom go to the
does.
next level.
It does, and I'm telling you, especially I'm gonna say especially for women. I'm saying,
But you're right,
getting
babe.
us ready
You're right.
because that's what that beforehand, that the actions that you do, the way you
Right.
treat me,
Right.
all of that
Right.
stuff, guys.
Yeah.
I can treat you like. Not I can treat you any old way and you still want it. But I'm just saying, I don't mean it like that. But
We won't
you know,
enjoy it as much, but we'll take it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah,
I won't
y'all-
even take
y'all
it.
don't even wanna-
I'm
y'all- you're not in the mood at all.
No, it's going to be very difficult for me to take it.
I
Let's
agree
put
with
it
that.
that way.
Yeah.
Y'all, this is a great conversation.
Camille says we need to go to work the
We
next day,
need
by
you
the
to
way.
exactly.
Yeah, share this.
We need you to share right
Right now. Click your share button.
because this is such a great conversation.
So we're actually about to go into another question, and this
Mm-hmm.
comes off of the same thing. And I want to ask April, what happened?
sorry,
What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?
She's
What
talking
happened?
about color purple. Massa hop on me at 2 Exactly. Harpo, honey. Harpo be jumping on
that ain't
folk
me.
at 2 a.m.
That ain't me. And Miss Classroom not going to happen. Exactly. The kitchen is closed after
After
midnight.
midnight.
Enjoy the cold fries. Lord have mercy. My goodness, man.
You know what? Give him a 2 a.m. every once in a while.
Kim says, don't wake me up after the alarm goes off either. Night is better for me, but not too late. So seriously,
Okay.
I do feel that April's attitude is the one that would be good in this situation, which is, okay, as a rule, I agree.
Yes,
don't be
as a
jumping on me every
rule,
night. But you know
no.
what? Every so often,
Every so often, surprise him.
surprise him and give it to him at 2 a.m.
Yes.
Let him wake you up after the alarm, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And go for it.
Okay, so Dana said a shower is romance for me.
Okay, so she likes that instead of a bath. You
That's
know why?
nice.
You know why? She got one of them upgraded showers.
She
probably.
does.
You know what I'm
She
saying?
does.
One of them dope ones
One
with
of
the
them
jets
dope
that come out this way
Yes,
and all that.
because
You
I
know
was
what I'm
thinking
saying?
she meant like a shower together, or maybe she meant
Maybe she
shower.
maybe
but
she means that.
because I was
You know
gonna
what I'm
say, that could be nice too.
True.
Those kinds of things.
Yeah.
You pop in the shower with
Right,
her, and
right,
then you know.
Okay, so here's the next question, because this had to do with the wives' interpretation of what foreplay is. I'm gonna put it back up again. I didn't mean to do that. I double clicked it instead of putting it on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the wives said 84% of them said that a man doing chores is foreplay.
Let's talk about it.
All right, we want to talk about this for a second because I have seen this multiple times. And let me just say that April and I'm just being 100 with you right up front. April and I do teach what we call chore play. That's what they call it. This idea, there's a book that we read years ago called Sex Begins in the Kitchen. And their idea was when the husband does the dishes for his wife, that was the metaphor that they used, that can be a source of foreplay for the wife. And there were several reasons for it, and we'll get into that in a second. But what I've heard this multiple times, there is a men's group out there, there is a way of thinking that says that women are just being manipulative in that situation, that really doing chores is not foreplay to you. You're just saying that because you're trying to get me to do more stuff around the house. And so my question is, what do you say about that? What do you say to the man who says, that ain't true, that's just propaganda to get me to wash more dishes and to mop the floor? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, my first reaction, honest reaction, is you just don't want to do no work. You're trying to act like I'm being manipulated and all this stuff.
Right.
I mean,
Now-
come on.
now, hold on.
Now,
Let's
that's
just-
just my first reaction.
let's be
but now
honest,
let me come back.
Go ahead.
Let me come back and say I can see how some men might feel that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
If they feel that they are actually doing chores already, they
Mm-hmm.
feel they're already doing chores, they're already helping out, and they feel like I'm just being manipulated by this tactic
Mm-hmm.
to try to do more, and I'm already doing a bunch. But I'm going to read this to you.
Okay.
This is from
Now hold on, let me just pause and let me help the audience. So there's some newcomers on here tonight. When April starts reading and looking at notes and stuff like that, whatever the question is, somebody's in trouble because she's about to lawyer you. Okay, go ahead, man.
Oh my
Go ahead,
goodness.
go ahead.
Okay. All right. So
Hold on. See, Marthel says chore play sounds transactional. We'll talk about that in a second. So transactional, by that he means that it's a this for that
Yes,
sort of
yes,
quid
yes,
pro
yes,
quo.
yes.
I give you this, you give me that kind of thing. And that's not what we teach. We don't
No.
teach that when you wash the dishes, you do it with in mind, oh, this is going to get me sex later. But we do say that it seems like a wife.
But isn't that foreplay? Isn't foreplay? I'm priming the pump.
Yes, it is.
Didn't we say that?
We did say that.
So I don't understand why it cannot be that I am doing something
Lord.
to prime the pump.
Lord have mercy.
I don't understand.
Okay, you're right. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's just like if I don't
fully-
want to
I
use
fully
I don't want to
agree.
use the term that we use for oral sex. I'll make sure
Okay.
I remember to say oral
Okay.
sex. I
Please
was
say
about
that.
to live kind of can mess me up. Okay.
Yeah. Watch yourself.
Just like
You know what I'm saying?
oral sex. getting you, even though it is a part of the sexual act. But I'm just saying.
That's not it. I thought I had
You didn't have it say.
the organ on here. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have it. I don't
You
have
gotta
it.
have your stuff ready. You gotta have your stuff
ready.
ready. No, even though it is like, for instance, me putting on the heels or whatever, I'm
Right.
putting on the stilettos again.
Right.
That's priming the pump.
Right.
That's getting you ready. So I don't understand.
But transactional
why.
seems different. Here's what I think what Mirthell means when he says transactional.
Maybe I don't know what that means.
Mirthell is saying a this for that. In other words, I am going to wash these dishes, and after I'm done washing them, April has to have sex with me. Okay,
no,
that's
no.
transactional. And of course,
Has
we don't
to?
and we don't teach
Okay,
that.
no.
Yeah, we don't
No,
teach that at all.
no, we do not teach that.
Anyway, so get to
But
what you're
I
reading.
do believe that you can say,
Smack 'em with what you're
I'm
reading.
going to wash these dishes because I want to prime the pump.
Agreed. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
That's the way we teach it, and I think
yes.
that's the way it should be done.
Yes. Let me
Now,
help
this
get
is
ring
this is
ready.
the question though, and I'm getting away from my notes, but this is the question.
Yeah.
What if he washes the dishes to prime the pump and the pump don't be primed?
Right. Well, that's a different thing, right? So
He doesn't get what he thought he was going to get.
Well,
Are you going to
well,
pout now?
there
Are
are
you
sev-
going to throw
there-
a temper tantrum?
there could be
Is there
several
going to
reasons
be
for that,
I'm
though.
never going to wash them dishes again? You know what I mean? Like,
There's several reasons why that might happen, right? It could be that the attitude that he had while washing the dishes was discernible by his wife, and it did not have the same effect. So I think what I'm hearing is when you walked in the door today and saw your snack sitting on the table for you, the reason why you felt that primed the pump for you is because that was a thoughtful act. There was nothing about it that made you feel like it was transactional. So I think there are ways that we can
okay,
do things that the attitude of transactional comes across, which is I'm doing this for you now, so that
you
later
better-
on you go hook me up. And
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think any wife's gonna want that.
No.
Anyway, so read your thing and slap us in between the eyes.
I
with
was
that
trying to
junk.
get you to keep talking so I could find it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll keep
'cause,
talking. I don't have no problem with
okay,
that. I can put some
okay.
stuff up on the thing right now because we got chimes.
Okay,
chiming
in, yeah.
all the way in.
Yeah, go
First
to
of
the
all,
chimes real
Dana
quick.
says, "Don't trip, fellas. Do the chores and see what happens. Just give it a try."
Thank you, Dana.
And I'm
Thank
saying,
you.
And I'm saying,
People don't even want to try.
I've done it and it works for me.
I'm just saying.
How does it
not?
Wasn't that a commercial back in the day with like some guy like he's like something works for me? I don't remember. Well, anyway, the point is I've done it. It definitely works for me. You should try it and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Now, Lauren says, especially
Okay,
if you
here it
do the
is. I
chores
found it.
that day, and we are looking for bunning at night. Thank you for using the word correctly,
Yes,
Lawrence.
using the word correctly.
And they
Oh,
peck
Lawrence, good
you
job.
on the forehead and turn over and sleep. Okay, I feel you, Lawrence.
And see, that's what I'm saying. What happens after that?
So here's the point. The point is, I actually feel like if wives are going to agree that doing
gotta be
chores
ready
is
to give it
foreplay,
up?
then I'm saying I think they
Gotta
should
be ready to give it up.
I don't mean they have to. I'm just saying be in a more generous mood. I'm for real.
No, yeah,
When you see
yeah.
your man giving it a try and really trying this thing and trying to do it with a good attitude and everything, do not peck him on the forehead.
No, I agree.
Unless it's a different head. But I'm just saying, you can peck him. But that's
Wow.
all I'm saying is
Keep it moving.
Anyway, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, no, this is what John Gottman said. Y'all know we love him. He
We
is
love John
a
Gottman.
relationship expert.
Yes.
Okay. He says women find a man's willingness to do housework extremely erotic. When the man does his share
Erotic?
erotic.
Wow.
Okay. When the man does his share to
Yeah.
maintain the home, both
Yeah.
partners report a more fulfilling sex life than in marriages where the wife believes her husband is not doing his share. How's that for motivation to get off the couch?
That's what he said?
Yes.
Wow. See, that's huge. So the point is, these are people that study this. These are experts that
They've
look
done
at it.
research, and I mean,
Now,
really
hold on. Egu says, it's a myth that men don't do most of the chores.
listen, you might do most of the chores. We work with couples constantly,
Yes.
and men do not do most of the chores.
And the couples, let's say that differently. Let's say that differently.
And the couples that
Hold on,
we have
hold on.
experienced.
A lot of the couples that we experience come to us in distress. They come to
That's
us
true.
because they're having issues in their relationship, and usually with connection. And what they mostly have in common is that the men don't do enough.
Right.
Or that the perception of the wife is that she does everything.
And this is the other thing I wanted to read.
So-
This is what I meant to read.
So that may be a myth overall, but all we're talking about is the
I gotta
couples we
just
deal
read
with.
this, okay? When couples don't do their agreed upon share of the household, and see that's the thing.
A lot of times agreed upon.
Agreed upon.
Right.
And see, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, who said that? Who are we talking to? Woo. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
It's the agreed upon.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I keep hearing from women. My husband say he going to clean the toilet, and he don't clean the toilet. He said he's going to fix stuff, and stuff is all. He said
Still
he's going to
broke.
maintain the house,
Right.
and there's all kind of light bulbs and doors that are broken around the house, and weeks and weeks and weeks have gone by and it hasn't
Right.
been fixed. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
But you
this
said something earlier pre-show.
I did. I
you
want to say
said-
I've been saving it. You ready for me to say it?
Well, go ahead. I think right now is the perfect time.
Okay, so the thing about it is, we as women and guys, ladies, I need you to say, April, you're right that this is the perception. I'm not saying that every woman feels this way.
But it seems like
Okay.
there's an overall perception you feel in this
yes,
regard.
I really do.
Yeah.
With the women that I've talked to. And I'm just going by just my experience of talking to couples and women and,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
that women, when we have the agreed upon share of the housework, the agreed upon the part that we agreed, we have to do it.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
There's no, I'm taking the day off, or I'm
You
just
feel
going,
like
I'm just
you feel
going,
like
and I'm
if
not
you
going to
don't
explain
do
to
it, there's going to
anybody.
be consequences.
Exactly.
Right.
But when men have their agreed upon, them jokers can just not do it and just go on, and don't have to explain to nobody. Don't have to.
There's no consequences.
There's no consequence. No.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
But we have to do our part, because
Right.
if we don't, the house is not going. Or people are going to be like, "What happened?
Right,
You know,
right,
we
yeah,
can't
yeah.
live."
Yeah, yeah.
You know. So I think that, and
You think that's a
tell
part
me,
of it?
Kim said, "April, you're right."
Okay, now real quick.
Claxton, her eyes are up there. You know.
Now, real quick, here's what Chore says, and I think this is true for a lot of wives, especially when they have small children.
Yes.
Wives are not having sex because they're exhausted.
They are.
The cure for her exhaustion is for men to do their share.
Exactly.
In fact, here's what I would
And
suggest.
then she gets turned on because she's now had time in the bathroom to have some self-care.
Right.
She's been able to take that shower Dana
Right,
wants, in that
right.
beautiful huge shower that Dana has.
That's right, exactly. With the two shower heads
with
and
the
the
two
jets that
shower
come out the
heads
side
and
and
the
all that
jets
stuff.
and all
Right,
of that, right? You have that time. You get 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour to just take
Right.
care of yourself.
Yes.
You think I'm not going to be ready?
Yeah.
Women are exhausted.
True.
And I think that men don't really understand that. It's almost like when you're not in it, you'll never understand it because you're not in it.
So I think part of the exhaustion for you, at least that I've observed, is a constant never turn off in your brain that happened
That's
the
it.
moment our first child was born.
Thank you.
It's like before John was born. Before John was born, it was possible for you to have a good night's sleep and not to think about anything. But now you go to bed thinking about the kids. You wake up thinking about the kids. You're dreaming about them. There's always something going on with
John,
that. It's like
and-
mommy
and
never
listen,
stops,
this
and so
is- this is
that makes
why
you
women are
exhausted.
exhausted.
Even if you're not just doing a bunch of stuff all day anyway, which you are.
Have you ever gone to work and you sat at your desk for hours, and when you came home, you were exhausted?
Yes.
That's because you
Absolutely.
were thinking. You
Yes.
were writing a
Right,
sermon,
right,
or
right,
you
right,
were
right.
preparing some meeting, or you were doing all
Well,
this
just the
stuff,
stress of
and
what
your
I was doing
brain-
was so hard on me.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, that's
Women,
true.
our minds don't turn off.
Right.
They don't. And
Right.
I don't think men can understand that because they can literally be thinking of nothing. I asked John, I said, when you're getting a massage, because we do full body massages so that we can, relieve stress.
Self-care.
Self-care, right?
Yeah.
We decided to do that. So once a week, we go get our massages. And I
Yes.
said, man, my massage today, I want to fall asleep. That's my goal. Take a little nap, even if it's a little cat nap.
She wants to drool.
I can't drool.
Right.
And I don't...
Because she can't sleep.
Because I can't sleep because my brain, I'll go from my lesson plans for my students to each kid and what they got to do, go with the schedule,
Right.
John and April, what
Right,
we got
right,
going on.
right,
Like, I'll be
right.
thinking of all this stuff.
Right.
And I'll be like, and he'll be like, what? I didn't think of any. I wasn't thinking of
She said,
nothing.
"What do
I
you
said,
think of during the
how?
massage?" I was like, "Nothing."
How is that possible to think of nothing?
I don't know. Just stop thinking.
So I'm saying I don't think that they can even understand
That's true.
the idea of constantly thinking about something.
Yes.
And that is exhausting.
That's true.
So at the end of the day, you're tired.
It's true. Look what Camille says. So April found it. Women will give it up freely. Anything if the God part is on point, the consistency is there, and you feel cherished. I wonder if that's true.
When the consistency is there.
She's saying when the God part is on point,
Yes.
when the consistency is there,
Yes.
and when you feel cherished.
Yes.
She's saying those are the three things that make it be
Girl,
like, I'll give it to you
that's it.
anytime.
That's
like,
it.
anytime you want it, is yours.
That's it. Really. Takesha said, absolutely agree. Not
Yes.
lying. Okay, so the women are agreeing
Yeah.
that women have to do their share part, their agreed part, upon part.
Yes.
Men do not.
Now,
And you know what? I'm
hold on.
saying-
Ambry said something, though. Ambry actually said, I saw it earlier. I got to find it. Ambry said, erotic is a stretch. So for her, it may do something, but it's not erotic.
Right. And I wouldn't say erotic for me either.
But he didn't say it's for everybody. He just said many women reported that it's erotic.
Right. For me, I wouldn't say erotic, but the point is it gives you something.
Right.
It does something in that area.
Right. I will stop doing everything before I'll go crazy. She said she'll let the house fall. She said.
Listen.
Wanda says, that's it, John. Never turn off. So it's the same thing with her.
Yeah.
Ann says, I wish my mind would turn off.
I do too. I do too. It's like a superhero who can't stop listening to everybody talking.
So Miss Thatcher said, my husband does stuff, but why is it that we have to ask about stuff? My job is thinking so that plus house stuff is exhausting.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that. So what I hear from women now is that if your man were to voluntarily, without being asked, do things around the house to deliberately take them off you, specifically so that you won't be so exhausted, that would make you feel loved, cherished, and in the mood.
Speak it.
That's basically what I'm hearing.
It. And let me give you an example.
Ann said, I want to stop thinking, please teach us. We don't know.
That's what I
April
said.
said you can't do it.
How do you stop thinking? I really want to learn how to do that.
Lauren said, my wife says, hallelujah, she's normal with not being able to turn her brain off. I'm telling you, that's a woman thing.
Cannot turn
it just
the
don't
brain
happen. You know what I'm saying?
off.
Hey, what were you going to say, baby?
Off.
What were you going to say? You remember?
Yes, I was going to say that your job is the household maintenance.
That is my job.
Right?
Yes.
So, and I'm not trying to call you out.
You can call me out.
I
told you already. I told you already why the garbage disposal is not fixed yet.
Okay, so I've decided not to be a nagging wife, and I don't think that I am.
You're not.
Okay.
There was a point at which I could not answer that way, truthfully. But I mean, you are not now.
Well, and you were naggy too.
That's true.
You have your own way of nagging. I had to put that in.
You always have to bring that up whenever
I
say
had to
that.
bring
But
that
anyway,
because it ain't just nagging wives. Wives want to go live out in the desert too sometimes. Okay. There's some wives who want to go out on the roof.
Have y'all been watching our reels lately? We listen. If you're not following us on Instagram, follow us now, Just John and April on Instagram, and watch some of our reels. April and I have been literally having a ball making these things. It's like, yo, these things were made for us. Like we love reels so much.
Because I'm a drama teacher, man. This is great. Like,
so just go and have a little laugh.
It takes
you know
us like 2 minutes to make them.
Yeah,
it's so
exactly.
good.
But anyway, go ahead.
But they have some good. Our reels have some good teachings in them.
True,
because,
but you were talking about nagging.
Because we were talking about being on the roof and all that. But that was not a reel. Actually.
It was actually.
Anyway, so I forget what I was gonna say.
You were talking about why my garbage disposal. Your garbage disposal is not done yet.
So this is the woman's brain. Mm-hmm. There are so many things that are so much more important than the fact that my little, how you have a little hook where your organizer for the shower hangs, and all of the your soaps and things like that can be up there, your shampoo, whatever. Ours fell, okay, because I guess it got too heavy for all. I had too many products up there.
Yeah, all them daggone shampoos and conditioners weighed it down.
Okay, so it fell, and once it fell, it sat over on the side, and it just sat there, and it just sat and sat and sat. And I literally was thinking, every time I saw it, I would think about it often. Out of all the things that I'm thinking about, why would that be a part of the thought process? Why would that be in my thinking on a daily basis? It means nothing,
right?
But it was because I'm a woman,
right? Yes.
And I wanted this thing to be done.
Yes.
I did not say anything.
When did it get done?
It just got done yesterday, but that thing been down for weeks.
But how does it look?
It looks very nice, baby.
How is your stuff?
What I'm saying is, this is just a good example. I'm not trying to call you out. You do a lot. So,
I do. That's true.
But this is just a good example of you not having to do it. That's your job. You don't have to do that. You can decide you're going to do it. You can decide you ain't going to do it.
Right.
I'm just saying.
So you don't think you have some things like that too?
I really don't.
I do. We'll talk about that on
We
another
need to
show.
talk about this. We need to talk about this later because
Okay,
I
question.
don't think that I have anything.
Brian Godine, question. Is the fact that women's minds always thinking is because she may not trust the other partner to do things or do things as well as the same way she would?
No, Brian, I think that that's just the way we've been made up. I think that we've been created to do that. For whatever reason, our brains, that's why we complement each other. If I didn't think all the time, this joker would be forgetting stuff. Like, I mean,
it's possible.
It is possible. You balance me out to say, hey, babe, calm down. It's okay. Deep. We'll get it. Exactly. Right. So, I think that that's just the way we're made up. I don't believe that it's about we don't trust you, but I do think it can come across as if we don't when we are saying over and over again. Did you do this right? Let me check behind you. Because I do think that sometimes it is a control thing. I know that I have a control issue. I want to control things. And I just have to, work on that. But I think I have done a good job working on that.
I think you have. Okay, so we don't have much time left in this show. And the question is, where did we land? The question is, now what? What is the resolution to this for men and for women?
Well, I know. I'm going to just read John Gottman's solution.
Go ahead.
Now, this is not the solution to everything. This is just a solution to the chores.
Let's hear it.
Because that was what the question was about, okay? Have a conversation about housework and split up chores so it feels fair to both partners. Create a list to determine who should do what. Use this list to talk about how things are currently handled and how you would like them to be handled. Some items include car care, child care, finance, food, house cleaning, all that kind of stuff.
We made up one of those for
and
ourselves.
We do have one.
We do have one. With our couples.
Yeah. And it's really good. And
Deidre just said we landed on a part 2. So I don't remember saying that, but maybe there is going to be a part 2.
No, I think this is a good topic, and this is something we could keep talking about. Definitely.
I agree. Yeah. Who do we have next week? Is it
guys,
Nurse Note?
Next week we have the Nurse Note.
Yes. So you guys know that we're on Lance J Radio Network. We are on the radio here in DC, WOL in DC 95.9, and we're on in WVOL in Nashville, and so.
And yes, Camille, I have to stop you right there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, strength and weaknesses will determine who does what, and that's what our activity that we do with our couples.
We do that.
It's about, strengths and weaknesses. It doesn't have to be even.
Yeah, exactly.
But that you both feel in the end that it's fair.
Yes.
So
anyway, one of our new partners who's joining the Lance J Radio Network is going to be on the show with us next week. You can follow her now if you want to get it's called at The Nurse Note. It's The Nurse Note, right? Not just Nurse Note. Look it up right now real quick if you don't mind.
But she's amazing, guys.
She is amazing. She's
so sweet, genuine person.
She actually talks about sexual health and stuff. So we're going to be talking about sex again next week, but we're going to be talking about it specifically from a more of a scientific standpoint, where she talks about a woman's body parts and the way to keep
how they work.
Yeah, how they work, keeping them clean.
The Nurse Note.
The Nurse Note. That's right. At The Nurse Note.
Yes.
She is, like I said, she's amazing. She's a great follow. She's joining our Lance J Radio Network team. She's going to be on the show next week at 9 p.m. We're going to be interviewing her. And then the following week, we're going to have the Cowlisars on our show, which is going to be another good topic.
Yes,
we're going to be talking about having to live your life for someone else. There's going to be a pastor and pastor's wife on the show with a pastor and pastor's wife. So anyway,
she's asking, is that Janelle King?
That is Janelle King.
Yes,
that is Janelle King to Chore. Yes, it is.
Yes,
that's Janelle King. Yes.
So she's great. And someone asked about Plant Burger coming. The Plant Burger.
Yes. We had to reschedule them because they were having travel issues during the holidays. It'll probably end up being in February now because we're booked out through January.
Yeah, and they're very busy because they just put up that brick and mortar in New York. So they have their schedules have gotten really crazy. So we're trying to coordinate.
The founder and co-founder of Plant Burger on the show.
So we've been talking to their PR person.
Yes.
And
so
she said
we'll let you know exactly what
we're going to get it together. So.
Tom likes your braids, babe.
Yes.
Said the braids look great. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Tom. Hey, thanks for joining us.
Okay, so here's where we landed. Where we landed as we close the show tonight. In fact, we probably need to close with this right here because, actually, I need to turn that down now because now it's so loud you probably can't hear me.
Don't take it too low because they need to hear it, and I need to be able to get down on it a little bit.
So Team John and Team April, I think where we landed was that men and women look for different things when it comes to foreplay. The men are looking for his wife to probably perform oral sex and probably look sexy when she comes to bed. No bonnet, wear some heels.
No, guys, get the silk.
Put on some lingerie or absolutely nothing.
Primo said, "I'm torn tonight." Primo, just let it be your first night that's your Team April. Come on.
I mean, you could.
Come on, Primo.
Or you could be a man
I spoke the truth tonight.
And do what you know. You know what I'm saying?
And I told the women to surprise your man tonight. So you should be giving me
that's true.
A Team April.
And then,
thank you to Chore. Thank you.
And then what we learned about women is that they are mostly way before the sex act. We're like 5 minutes before. And for women, foreplay happens way earlier in the day. Could be literally, oh my goodness, Ebony talking about get a fancy bonnet. Come on, Ebony. That was not the lesson for tonight.
Team April with the lemonade lemonade braids.
Team April with the lemon braids.
Lemonade braids.
He's talking about
Thanks,
April,
Merc.
as in like you look like Beyonce. That's what
No.
he's saying. Team April. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
Team April for the
won.
braids.
I
You
think I
might have one,
won.
but the stuff's still coming in. You know what I'm saying? People are still
So
voting.
you
as
can
of right
also
now.
do a heart
Yes.
for April,
Yes.
a thumbs up,
thumbs
for,
up for
John,
John. Yeah.
and a laughy face for both of us. Yes. A lot of foot
Madeline
rubs with
T.
hot
Nixon.
oils tonight. That's right,
Yeah.
Brian. That is
Yeah.
some foreplay. Thank
Yes.
you.
Well, we're saying
We're
you
talking
know,
about just get naked. He don't care about the bonnet.
Yeah, bump the bonnet. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want you with any clothes on.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, he's saying goodnight. He's ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Lauren said Team John. Come
Oh,
on,
you
Lauren. That's
got
what I'm talking
one,
about.
babe. You got one.
Camille said Team
Lawrence
April
hooked
too.
you up.
I actually like it when you win, especially when you look good.
Look,
in
he
situations
tried.
like
Y'all
this.
see, this is
You look good every
foreplay.
night,
This
bro.
is foreplay
Yeah, it
for
is.
me,
It
right
is.
there.
Foreplay for me is you changing your hair day on it. My gosh, I was not prepared at
Oh my
all.
goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
There is something deep inside. I just can't sew Team John, but the braids are tight.
Wow,
Yeah.
Primo.
Thank you,
All
Primo.
right, all
Thank you,
right.
Primo. You know what I'm saying? Miss Claxton, Team April,
Yes.
Ebony, Miss Claxton to you. That's true. Hit those reactions, y'all.
Yes.
Priming.
So again, if you're not following us
Dana
on Instagram,
did the laughy face. So that means she's team both
Oh,
of us.
yay,
And you know why?
Dana.
It's because we bigged up her dope shower. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. Thanks,
Thank you very much.
Tamara.
Thank you very much. Is that Tamaria? Is that how you say it?
Tamaria. I'm sorry, I said Tamara.
Yeah. John talked against the bonnet, so he lost. Oh man, sorry, Karen. But listen, Karen, I just spoke into your life though. I just helped you. If your husband is one of those that says your foreplay needs to go to the next level, all you have to do is one thing, and that will change
Take off
everything.
the bonnet.
Take off that bonnet, girl.
Wow.
I'm telling you now.
And it's not that you have to keep the bonnet off. You just take it off for the
encounter. When
and
it's
then
over, you know what I'm saying? Put that joint back on and go to
folks
bed.
be wanting to go to
Do what you
bed.
do,
Folks
you
be
know what
wanting
I'm
to roll over and go to sleep.
I see. But I'm saying,
All right,
this is
Paula,
not
thanks,
necessarily
Paula.
every week. You know what I'm saying? This is just every so often.
Right. So I was saying, if y'all not following us on Instagram, we have upped our engagement,
We have.
and we want you guys to talk to us.
Yeah,
we want
yeah,
you guys
yeah,
to take our surveys and interact with us. So,
Yeah, so we'd love it.
we're having fun, and we want you to be with us. John's gonna be on sabbatical for 3 months. So
I am. My sabbatical starts this Sunday. I'm
he's
going
just
out of
gonna-
town to play golf.
He's
and
just
I'm
gonna
coming
enjoy
back.
himself.
I'm gonna be
He's
chilling.
gonna be so.
I'll be here with y'all. I'm gonna look much more rested. Hopefully, the
I'm gonna
dark
still
circles will
have
be
my
gone.
bags. He'll he'll be rested. I'll have the bags for the both of us,
Thank you,
babe.
thank you, babe, for carrying the bags. Anyway, we love y'all. We'll see
All
y'all
right,
next
y'all.
week.
Next
Same
week,
time.
Wednesday. Yes, please come.
Same
The nurse
channel.
note is gonna be dope.
Yeah.
We're
You
gonna
don't
learn
wanna
a
miss
lot.
it.
It's
You
gonna be
don't wanna
great.
miss it. Yeah.
No.
All right. See y'all next
All
time.
right. Bye, guys.
Oh, Instagram handle.
Oh, just John and April.
Just John and April.